Hey, I'm Fabian from DIY Wood Revival. In this episode I'm going to be turning the slab of Tasmanian Blackwood into a coffee table. Let's get started.
This cookie lying around for a while and it's finally dry enough to work with. First thing you'll notice about this Blackwood is the warm golden brown tone and dark streaks running through it. It's a beautiful timber, but at the moment it's a bit rough and there's a few saw marks on it. So step one is getting it dead flat. And to do that I'll be using this homemade flattening jig. You can get fancy flattening jigs that cost a fortune, but this one is made from a single sheet of MDF.
Too thick. So my Tasmanian Blackwood cookie is far too thick for my flattening jig. So to make a quick modification, I'll screw a couple of bits of 12 mm ply on the sides, a nice factory smooth edge, to make it high enough that my router can go across the top and flatten it out.
Yeah, this kind of thing always happens when you're working with wood. Just when you think you got it sorted, something else pops up. Like the slab being too thick. You just gotta roll with it, fix it on the fly and keep going. It's part of the fun, really. So this flattening jig is pretty simple but clever. Basically it holds the slab steady and lets me move the router evenly across the surface. The sides keep everything level while the router does the work of shaving off the high spots. It's not fancy, but it gets the job done, slowly but surely.
Okay, so I've done the first pass. She's coming up pretty nice. Still got quite a bit to take off because it's like this end's a lot thicker than this end. I think I've at least another 12 mils or something like that. But I'll get there. Maybe another 2, maybe 3 passes on this side and it should be good, and then once this side's flat, the other side will probably be just a one-er, hopefully. Be good to go.
With each pass I'm taking off about 4 mils of material. The key is to let the router glide smoothly across the surface without pushing too hard. If you force it, you'll end up with an uneven surface or tear out, so patience here really pays off.
Alright, that's one side done. Looks really good. The black swirl in there is beautiful. Like that heartwood's stunning. Sapwood looks alright, but that heartwood's beautiful. Let's polish that up. It's going to look mean as. Now I'll flip it over, do the other side. Hopefully the other side only needs 1 pass. Maybe 2. We'll see. Yeah, it's flat as there now. I'm going to quick test. Yeah, it should be good. Look at that. Bang on. Yo. So easy. Alright, flip it over. Haven't heard on the other side. Alright, that looks mean. I'm stoked with that. That's gorgeous. Next step, we'll take the bark off. There's only that little section there actually. The rest of it's all gone already. It's pretty handy. And then I'll start cleaning up the outer edge. Combination of this wheel here. It says it's 80 grit or something on it. Got on Temu for a couple bucks, handy as. But if that's gonna take too long, then I might have a go on the old steel wheel, but maybe that'll do too much damage. We'll figure it out, have a play, see which works best, clean her up.
Peeling the bark off is probably my favourite part. I'm not sure what it is, but it's just super satisfying. The sanding wheel thing is such a time saver. It cleans up those edges so quick. I did the whole thing in less than 20 minutes. Unfortunately, I only had one size of the sanding wheel, so I couldn't get into all the tight spaces and I had to do all those bits by hand. Once I cleaned up the edges, I moved on to sanding the top. I started with 120 grit and realised I was not getting anywhere. So I moved to 80 grit and spent hours sanding.
Alright, that took some sanding. I'm not sure if it's because it's end grain or because it's just a super hard wood, but that took probably spent like 6 hours sanding that just now. Didn't get all the marks out. There's some few little bits of tear out that you can see there that didn't come out, but they're just too deep. I'll be sanding for a week to get rid of all of that, but I mean it's not the end of the world, it's just a coffee table in the end. Next, gonna chuck some Rubio Monaco on them and pretty much done. Just looking nice though. That colour is beautiful, those swirls. There's all these different bits and pieces in as well, like these little bits here, real interesting. Even a little bit of green in there, it's weird. That Tasmanian Blackwood is beautiful. It's just a wet patch row. Give it a wipe with give it a little spritz to help pull up the fibres. Yeah, I've got to clean with minerals and then Rubio Monaco it.
Wiping the wood with mineral spirits cleans off dust and oils left from sanding. Also helps the finish stick better and gives you a little preview of how it's going to look once it's oiled. Plus it can raise the grain slightly so you can spot any rough spots left behind.
Okay, I'm ready to apply the Rubio Monaco. I have, however, just realised didn't order the component B, which is the accelerator, but doesn't make too much difference. Just means that it takes up to like 28 days to fully cure. However, it will be 85% cured after 48 hours. So I'm going to apply it anyway because otherwise I have to wait like 5 days for the component B to arrive. So we'll chuck a coat of that on, see how it looks.
Applying a Rubio Monocoat is pretty simple, but you want to take your time and get it right. I'm using this doodle pad to work the oil into the wood. This helps the oil bond with the wood fibres, not just sit on top. Then after 10 or 15 minutes, wipe off the excess with a clean cloth. And if you had bought the component B and not forgotten it like I did, it would be cured within 24 to 48 hours. It was right now that I was worried that I'd gone too dark a tone of oil and I wasn't going to be able to see those beautiful tones of the Tasmanian Blackwood. But after a couple of days of drying, the finish lightened up and all the grain really started to show through.
Last step, attach the legs. I flipped it over, so this is the underside. As you can see, I didn't put as much effort into sanding that. I'll show you the finished side, give the reveal on that shortly. In the meantime, we'll attach these legs. I went for these hairpin legs that I got. Actually quite nice, pretty slick looking. I was thinking of just going 3 of them. Maybe I'll do 4, not sure. I mean, 3 looks pretty cool. Something like that. Or 4 be something like that, I guess. Actually, kind of like 3. Like that. I don't know, I'll play around with it a bit. See how it ends up. I know I should use the old threaded inserts, but I don't have any, so I'm just going to use the screws that it came with. That'll be fine then, that's not going anywhere. But yeah, I'll have a play, see what, I think I like 3 to be honest. 3 looks pretty cool. What do you reckon, 3 or 4? I guess we'll have to find out.
Set it on 4 legs, not sure why. Maybe it looks better, maybe I just didn't want to have a spare leg lying around, who knows. Now ideally I would use threaded inserts to attach these legs, but I didn't have any. So I made the executive decision to screw directly into the wood. For a table like this with moderate weight in use, the screws should hold up fine. But yeah, next time I'll definitely grab some threaded inserts to do it properly. Alright, here's the finished table. The grains look sharp and cleaning up that live edge really made a difference. Honestly, I'm pretty stoked with how this turned out. And the slick looking hairpin legs give it a sharp modern look as well.
Alright, all done. Came out a bit darker than I expected, or wanted really. I do have another slab just on the ground there, so I might give this another go and try a lighter finish on it and see how that comes out. Still looks really good, but it's just you can't see as much of the detail on the heartwood as you could earlier. But it is what it is, can't change it now. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more DIY wood revival content. Thanks for watching.